So the Business 401 course is a course where students, it's the capstone course in the business minor program. And I really see that the course is about taking all of the concepts and all of the knowledge that students have gained throughout their academic experience and apply it to taking a business concept from, a business idea from concept to implementation. So we use the business canvas generator as the conceptual framework. And students use that framework to actually create a business. So there's a couple of pieces to the experiential learning part. One is that students are very early in the class broken into teams or cohorts. And that will be their learning group, their learning team for the entire course. The business canvas becomes the business model framework for all of the content in the course. So as we go through the material, they apply it to how do you define a customer, what's your value proposition, what's your revenue stream, what's your cost model, what's your pricing model, and they actually have to work the content into their business and then present that back to the class. So there's a number of things going on all of the time. One is anything that's learned that is content very quickly gets translated into, so what does this mean for your business? And how do you apply it in the development of your business model? So they have to think through all of the content, apply it to their business, and then they have to defend why they've made those decisions in their particular business model. So there's a couple of elements. There's the individual learning and the team learning. Then there's the application of what they've learned to their own business using the business model conceptual framework. And then they have to defend all of their decisions individually and collectively as a team. At the end of the program, what they end up with is a business model for their business that they could then take to a funder, take to partners, and they could literally say, this is my business concept. I really believe that a core skill in business is the business to influence, to communicate and influence. And so not only do you have to think through issues and problems, identify opportunities and think through opportunities, you have to be able to communicate those in a compelling manner so that you can get funders to support you, you can get customers to buy your products or service, that you can get developers and partners to support you along the way. So to do that, every student in every class has to do a brief presentation of some kind. So I get out of the way as quickly as possible and see myself much more as a learning coach and a provider of context and asking tough questions and providing some guidance. I'm not the only resource in terms of content or knowledge. The other thing about experiential learning is it requires more design time. It's much easier to stand up and lecture. That requires the least amount of preparation on my part. The more experiential the learning design is, the more time it takes me to actually do the design. I've got to think about what's the objective, what are the outcomes of the objectives, and then what are the activities that will lead to those outcomes, and do the activities make sense in terms of the content for that particular session. So it's actually a lot more work.